How's it going, YouTube? This is Skull, and welcome to my video game pickups video for the month of March 2018. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff to go through here. Got this big box here, a whole pile of stuff just spread around. I even have this little bag, a bag of games to go through. So, let's just go ahead and get started. So, first of all, this is from a fan. This big box that I have here is from a fan. Pikachu looks so adorable, doesn't it? I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, it doesn't look like this came with a note. If it did, then I've since lost it, and I apologize for that. But a fan contacted me and said, "Hey, Skull, I have a lot of stuff to send your way. Do you want me to send it?" And I said, "Yeah, if you feel like it." So, a huge shout out to this fan who, I wish I could remember who it was. Is it on the box here? No, but that's fine. Thank you to this fan for sending me all these games, and they included a ton of Pokemon cards as well. Tons of Heliot tiles, you can see there, my favorite Pokemon. Tons of code cards. I don't exactly know what to do with these, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. Hopefully give them back to anyone who wants them in my fans group. So let me put these back in the bag. So, pretty awesome. I still collect Heliot tile cards whenever they come my way, even though I've stopped collecting Pokemon cards in general. Anyway, so they sent a total of 15 games to me, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Let's just go ahead and get through them. So, we got Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2 for the original Xbox. We have Madden 2005 for the original Xbox. We have Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock for the PlayStation 2. We have NCAA Football 2003 two times on the PlayStation 2. We got NCAA Football 2005 for the PlayStation 2. We've got The Bigs for the PlayStation 3. NBA 07 for the PlayStation 3. We got Skate 3 for the PlayStation 3. And I gotta say, I love the red boxes. I know a lot of people hate them because they're the greatest hits thing, but I think they look kind of cool. Red boxes for video games is pretty awesome. Uncharted Drake's Fortune for the PlayStation 3. NBA 2K13 for the PS3, just the game. Hitman Absolution for the PlayStation 3. The Last of Us for the PlayStation 3, obviously one of the defining games of the 7th generation. We got NCAA Football 12 for the PlayStation 3. And to wrap it up, we've got W2K16 for the PlayStation 3. So thank you for all of these amazing games. I'm just going to put them back in this box so I can put the box away and make room here to show off everything else. Oh man, I wish I knew what your name was. Josh. Thank you, Josh, so much for the games. I'm going to love those. I'm going to put them in my collection and love them. Even though they're all sports games, hey, I collect games, okay? And even if they're sports games, I'm going to put them on my shelf and love them for as long as I keep video games, and I'm planning on that to be a long time from now. I'll go ahead and get this bag out of the way. So, in case you don't know of a store called Half Off Books, they sell video games as well. They take trade-ins all the time for video games. I'll just set that down so it doesn't fall over. And retro games are included. So it turns out there was a Half Off Books really close to where I was traveling one day down in Houston, and I decided to pop in and got some amazing, amazing games. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, I ended up buying 2 Super Nintendo games there. I got Jeopardy and NCAA Basketball, back before they added the years at the end of it all. Awesome. I love the Super Nintendo, of course. I believe that brings my Super Nintendo total to 10 games already, which is pretty awesome. Maybe even 11, I don't remember. Looks like I got 2 PlayStation 1 games here. Grind Obsession, looks like a skate game. And NCAA Football 98. Love the PlayStation 1. I could see myself definitely going for a PS1 collection. There's a ton of games on that system. And then I got 3 other games. I got Enter the Matrix for the GameCube, and this actually has 2 discs, which is pretty cool. Man, this is a beautiful cover. It looks like whoever had this just left it in a drawer for years. The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring for the OG Xbox. Love the Lord of the Rings films. This one was the one I was most excited for, honestly. Star Wars Episode 3, the video game, which I've known about ever since, like I was obsessed with the prequels when they were coming out. I saw Episode 3 for my 13th birthday, and that was before YouTube, so I remember just maxing out my family's bandwidth, just watching the trailer for that film over and over, and watching the trailer for the game over and over. I'm not sure how well it's aged, I'm not sure how well it was in the first place, but I got that. That's probably my favorite game that I got from Half Off Books, and who knows, maybe I'll go back there someday and see what other games they have. They have a lot of games. Those were just the few that I decided to buy. Let's see, let me go ahead and give my N64 update next. I ended up getting 4 games and then another one from Retro Game Treasure, bringing my total up to 94 games. I thought it was 95, but I recounted and it's only 94. Somehow I added one by accident over the past few months, but that's fine. I have 94 games. I'm only 4 away from getting a third of the N64 library. Hopefully next month I'll get those last 4 games needed. So the 4 games I bought with my $50 budget, well, this ended up being 40, but whatever. All-Star Baseball 2000, Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000, NBA Showtime, NBA on NBC, and then the game that sucked most of my budget, Yoshi's Story. Fun fact, there is a not-for-resale variant of this that's one of the rarest and most expensive N64 games in existence, but this is not that, this is just the regular one. I love Yoshi, I love Yoshi games, so that was my 4 games that I bought for myself. This month, let me go ahead and just show off the Retro Game Box stuff in case you didn't see that video. They sent me one N64 game, San Francisco Rush. They sent me Dr. Mario for the NES, which they sent me the month before as well, so this is a duplicate. I'll probably end up trading this at my local retro game store. And they sent me Star Fox for the Super Nintendo complete in box, and I didn't find out till later how valuable this actually is, so that definitely makes up for the duplicate. Whether that was accidental or not, I don't know, but so I'm super happy with my retro game box this month, as always. Let's see, I'll probably save that pile for last just because there's so much. Of course, we got a new amiibo this month, Detective Pikachu. I made a whole video dedicated to that, but here it is. It's huge, I love it. I wish Nintendo made more like this. Oh, I just realized you can even, like, there's a gap in his mouth, where it's not a sticker or a drawing or anything. That's actually his mouth is open. That's so cool. And I got a new Pro Controller for my Switch. My Splatoon 2 one that I've been using for the past half a year or more just doesn't want to work properly anymore. Besides, I want to leave that on display anyway. It's a collector's item and I don't want to use it too much. So I ended up buying just a standard one. I really want the Xenoblade controller. If any of you have a lead on where I can find one, let me know. But it's sold out everywhere. I'd have to import one or buy one off eBay for a lot more than it's worth, which I don't want to do. So I ended up getting the black one. But that's fine. Let's see, these are some of the Switch games that came out this month. I bought one. I bought the last one that came out, but it was shipped to me instead of being able to be picked up in the store, and it's not here yet. So unfortunately, I'll have to show that off next month. But we're up to 81 Switch games in the North American library, which is exactly half of what the Wii U gave us in its entire lifetime. The Switch has been out for 13 months. That's pretty impressive. Anyway, so we got 4 games altogether in the US. I've got 3 of them here, and the other one, as I said, is in the mail. We got Attack on Titan 2, which a lot of people seem to actually know about. I thought this wouldn't be that well known outside of the Switch collectors group, but I get comments on my videos a lot. Skull, do you have Attack on Titan 2? Are you going to play it? Pretty surprised by that. The biggest one was Kirby Star Allies, which I played on my channel. I love. It's a cute, fun game. We got Scribblenauts Showdown. I I'm having like short-term memory loss today. I don't know what's up with that. I don't really recommend this game. It's not as good as the original Scribblenauts. I ended up importing this game from Europe. The Count Lucanor. So, this has been out over there for several months, actually, and I'm against imports because I always worry that they'll end up coming out here later. I was sure that I saw news somewhere that this game, Count Lucanor, would come out here, but when I went to look for that information, I couldn't find it, and it looks like the only way to buy this is from Signature Edition Games, so that's what I did. If it comes out here later, so be it, but even now, I haven't heard any information, so this could be one of the harder to find games later, so I figured, you know what, I'll risk it. Hopefully it doesn't come out here later, and if it does, I'll just get the US version and sell this, I don't care. Then, of course, my favorite of any one of these that came out this month, Human Fall Flat. Huge shout out to Super Rare Games for making this game and for starting up their business. They're the only limited print Switch company that has actually made a Switch game so far. I'm super happy with this, super excited to get all their future releases. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, you're missing out. There's only 5,000 of these in the world, and I have one of them. Speaking of limited print companies, I got a ton of LRG titles this month. I bought a bunch, and none of these are those. These are all what I ordered back in December, January, and February. Not even February, I don't think. I think it's just December and January. LRG has gotten into the habit of pre-selling games and then printing them and shipping them several months later. But I digress. It looks like I got 6 games here that they've sent me. Revenant Saga, and all these are PS4 games. I don't collect for their Vita. I did get their PSVR game and their Switch game, but obviously they're not here yet. The Bit Trap, Screen Sheet, Skyforce Anniversary. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Croylor Sigma, I think, and the Metronomicon. There we go. I had to spell it out for myself, but there we go. So, with this, I'm up to 24 games in hand for the PlayStation 4, which is, it's over 30% of their library. It's 24 into 75 games. But, long story short, between this and the other orders I have, for all their PlayStation 4 games, I have 42% accounted for, counting what I just ordered, this most recent time. So, I'm pretty excited by that. I've only bought 3 games, not on day one. I've only had to go back and buy 3 games, just go back and get them off eBay. So, LRG, I think, is attainable in the future, a complete PS4 LRG library for me. On the subject of PS4, I ended up buying a single non-LRG PS4 game this month, GTA 5. This has, of course, been out for years by this point. I don't recommend this game for kids, but I love it. I love playing with not my usual group of friends, but another group of friends. I'll never make videos on it. I'll never stream it, but I might appear in other people's videos, which I might retweet every once in a while. But yeah, I got that. That's my 3rd time getting it. I already had it for PC and Xbox 360, not 361. Maybe I'll get the 360 version someday. But anyway, GTA 5. Also got Sea of Thieves, which I do play on my channel. My first video is already out. I had a ton of fun with this. I still do. Fishy and Kyle have it as well, so we play it a lot, even on our own without recording. Super, super fun game, and I was more than happy to dump the $60 and say, hey, take my money, you earned it. And then I dropped it. I got Pokemon Moon for the 3DS. Okay, I'm not getting it, but I got Pokemon Moon for the 3DS. And thanks to that, I'm down to just 5 Pokemon games that I missed. 5 or 6 Pokemon games that I'm missing altogether. I had Moon, but I had it as a download. I just now picked up the physical copy because why not? Okay, looks like this is my last pile before I get to the big stuff. These are the Wii U games that I picked up this month. I'm up to over 20% of the library, so over a 1/5 of the Wii U library I now have. 35 games altogether, so here we go. I'm going to start with this one, Just Dance 2018. Now, believe it or not, this is the last Wii U game. Currently. There might be more of that released later, but as of right now, this is the final game that has been released on the Wii U physically in North America. With no announcements for anything else except potentially Axiom Verge, but they've been saying that for like since 2015, I think. They've been saying we want to put out physically on the Wii U Axiom Verge. They haven't yet, so here we go. Last game on the Wii U for now. I also picked up Lego Batman 3. It was on sale at Best Buy clearance sale. I got it for like $5. It was pretty amazing. Lego Star Wars the video game. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens the video game. Not much to say about that. This I ended up getting from a GameStop. Mario Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympics. This is one of the most expensive Wii U games. I'm not joking. I got it for $50. And if any of you know how much this usually goes for, you might just think, how? Well, I signed up for their power-up rewards. I don't care. Like, seriously, $50 for this. We don't really know why it's so rare. We think that they just made an insanely small run of it, and it just sold out because people love Mario and Sonic. But yeah, the only one more expensive than this, last I checked, is Hello Kitty Cruisers, which I also have. So basically everything else from here on out on the Wii U is $40 or less. Pretty insanely good. And then I got this game, Shantae Half Genie Hero. This will release on the Switch physically in the month of April, so I highly recommend you all get it. I know I'll get it again. But I love this game, I love playing it on my Switch all the time. I decided, you know what, why not buy it for the Wii U right now? So I did. There we go, 5 more games to add to my collection, up to 35 games altogether. Super happy with my progress on my Wii U. Again, about every 3 games is 2% of the library, so I'm holding almost 4% of the entire Wii U library in my hand right now. And to wrap it up, / get to the big stuff, I went to Goodwill. And Goodwill had a ton of stuff for me. I was shocked at how much stuff they had. Let's go ahead and show off all that stuff. So first of all, we have this Xbox 360 disc stand, which actually does come in pretty handy. It can take any DVD-sized case and slide it in like that. Pretty cool. Well, if it's not crooked, there we go. So it can hold up to 12 game discs, so I will be using this for my 360 games. It comes in pretty handy. I'll just set it down here so I can show off everything else. Alright, so this is all on a Wii balance board, which I can't exactly show off till the end, but whatever. They had a lot of pretty interesting stuff. If you guys haven't gone to Goodwill lately, you might want to, because they just might have some gems. I'll just show off the 2 that I was most surprised at. They had Atari games. They had Casino and Championship Soccer for the Atari 2600. Is that not just insane to think about? And in fact, the person at the register was an older lady, you know, not elderly, but, you know, older. And she saw this, like, do you actually play those? Do you actually have the system to play those? And I'm like, yeah, I collect video games. I love playing the system. The Atari is super fun. I love it. And she was just surprised that someone as young as me, you know, I'm 15 years younger than the Atari, so surprised that I would want those and that I cared about them. They were a little on the expensive side, but I don't care. Atari and Goodwill in 2018, I'll take it. Let's see. They also had Sega Genesis games, which I don't typically go after, but you know what? They have 4 games, they're all complete, may as well. They're all sports games, but I don't care. We got Madden 93, Madden 95, Madden 96, and NHLPA Hockey 93. Genesis games. The rest of these weren't as surprising. Let's see. I ended up getting 3 PC games, which I don't normally go after PC either, but I got these for very specific reasons. Grand Theft Auto 4, which I got because it's Grand Theft Auto, come on. And also, it was a pain to get this to work on my new PC. Like, if you try and run this on a Windows 10 right now, you have to go through so many hoops and and do things in order to make it work, but I eventually got it to work and it looks beautiful on my system, and I'm super happy with that. And these other two games don't even work on my system, but I have an old Windows 98 that I can run them on. I got Ready to Read with Pooh and Toy Story. Now, why did I get these games? Because Disney Interactive was my childhood, okay? My family got Disney Interactive games from the library all the time. I played them to death when I was young. I love Disney Interactive games. I'd love to collect them again. Ready to Read with Pooh is just a Disney Interactive game. Toy Story actually has some pretty significance to me because I still have, it's in here actually, the original Toy Story disc that my family bought when we first got the game. And I didn't have a case for it. I saw they had this in the store, case, game, everything. So I bought it, and voila, I just stuck my old game in there. So now there's 2 CDs in here of a Toy Story, and another one in there. But man, I love this game. I have it for the Genesis, and it probably plays better on the Genesis than it does on my old PC anyway. I don't care. I love Disney Interactive, so that's why I got those. I'll go ahead and show off this pile now. Just a pile of random stuff that they had for sale that I ended up jumping on. NCAA 08, March Madness, MLB 08 The Show, DJ Hero 2, these are all for PS3. Next one's for PS2, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. This one's for Wii, Rock Band 2. And these two were a package deal, and if anyone here works at Goodwill, please don't put price stickers on cardboard. So there's a price sticker still on the cardboard box that these came in, but luckily these are both still in excellent condition. Dead or Alive 1 and Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate. In fact, one is still shrink wrapped. Don't know why, but whatever. For the Xbox, Doom 3 for the Xbox, and Need for Speed Carbon for the Xbox. Yeah. Okay. And the reason I checked that is because this is the risk you run from getting things at Goodwill. So I have this pile of stuff here. Actually, no, this one's fine. Shark Tale, but it's Gamer's Choice. Nintendo, why'd you do that? Player's Choice. Big Yellow Label. Why'd you do that? That's so ugly. And then there's the balance board. This is why I'm showing this off right now. Okay, actually, this was complete too, whatever. Dormax 2 for the PS2, fine. Now we get to what was incomplete. I got ESPN 2K5. It didn't come with the game. It came with the manual, so I just need to find the disc for this and it's complete technically, although the cover is one of the worst I've ever seen. It definitely has water damage. So that was completely empty. And this one, Finding Nemo, for the GameCube, didn't have the manual in it, and it had the wrong game in it. It had Need for Speed 2 inside. So now I have 2 empty cases and a game without a case. That's just the risk you run buying stuff from Goodwill. Sometimes it's complete. I'm surprised that these were complete with everything properly in there. Sometimes it's not. That pretty much sums up my video. It looks like I covered everything. Here's the Wii balance board. I don't have a Wii yet. I have a Wii U though, so I can definitely use this. Oh man, this is an exhausting month. But thank you all so much for watching. Next month there should be a ton of Switch games. Hopefully I'll get my last 4 Nintendo 64 games in order to get up to the 3rd mark in the North American Library. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what your favorite thing was of this whole month. Pikachu's awesome. I didn't get the game, but I got the amiibo. And it's awesome. Hi everyone, this is Skull. If you liked the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I also want to give a huge thanks to my Patreon pledgers for this month, whose names you can see on screen, along with some other videos of mine I think you might enjoy watching. That does it for now. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.